22nd of April. It was 6 days ago. Not even a week has passed since Pakistani terrorists brutally murdered 26 people and destroyed several families in Pahalgam. They were clear in who their targets were. And today an entire nation is grieving, and justice is what everyone wants. Justice in the form of complete annihilation of perpetrators, their masters and their supporters. A sentiment that was also once again echoed by the Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat today. However, there are some exceptions, believe it or not, even in this situation. And Karnataka's minister from the Congress party, R.B. Timmapur, is one of them. In an absolutely insensitive insult to the victims and their families, who have said one after the other how their loved ones were targeted only for being Hindus, this Congress leader somehow has turned into a psychiatric analyst for terrorists and an expert in their modus operandi. He says attackers don't ask about caste and religion before firing shots.
ಯಾರನ್ನು ಹೊಡೆದು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗವನು ಜಾತಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೇನ? ನೀನೇ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಡಬಡಂಗೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾನೆ, ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಳಿ ಹೊಡೆಯಟ್ಟು ವ್ಯವಧಾನ ಯಾರಿಗಿರೋದು? ನೋಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರು ನಾವು ಈ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ದುಃಖಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಅದ್ರ ಲಾಭ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಹುನ್ನಾರ ಏನು ನಡೀತಿದೆ, ಇದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು.
Now, the BJP has obviously come out all guns blazing against not just the minister but the entire Congress party over this man's comments, calling it a blatant attempt to whitewash Hindus' massacre and to give cover fire to the terrorists and clean chit to Pakistan. Congress, however, is downplaying the issue, calling Timmapur's comments personal.
This is a slap on the face of the victims and their families who underwent this horrific treatment. And the Congress party has now a history and a track record of constantly questioning any national thing and raising questions on anything that the government does just for their politics. They ask questions on surgical strike. They ask questions on Bal Code. And now you have this kind of minister. It is an insult to anybody who stands against terrorism. Because this statement is somewhere or the other to embolden the terrorists. It can never embolden those who are fighting terror.
No doubt they asked the religion. And after identifying religion, they killed. But what he meant, what I understand, that Pakistan wants that there should be communal frenzy in our country, that there should be Hindu-Muslim divide. So this is a conspiracy, and that will lead worse in the country. So we should not play in the hand of Pakistan or conspirator.
There are other similar gems coming in from other leaders of the Congress party as well as NC and PDP as well. Let's break it down one by one. To help us do that, I'm now joined by Surbhi Hodegere. She's a BJP spokesperson. Sushil Pandit, activist, is with us. Abid Mir Magami, who's a Congress leader, is with us. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. And Advocate Aditya Gupta, who's a spokesperson for the PDP, is with us. Abid Mir Magami, how do you explain to the families of all those 26 people who were killed what Timmapur is today saying in one fell swoop, 6 days after we have heard 26 testimonies at least to what happened, how families and their loved ones lost those who they were with in front of their eyes only because they were Hindus? Today your leader comes out and says it is all a lie.
ये उनका पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, पार्टी को तो वैसे इस बात से ले रहे देना कुछ नहीं, ये तो जाहिर सी बात है। वहां
सर वो मिनिस्टर हैं आपके, वो कोई छोटे मोटे नेता नहीं है, कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट या कोई लोकल बॉडी के हेड, वो मिनिस्टर है कर्नाटका में। वो पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में कोई मिनिस्टर्स कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं।
लेट मी फिनिश, मुझे आप बात तो रखने दीजिए पहले पूरी। ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग में सरकार ने तो ये एक्सेप्ट किया कि सिक्योरिटी लैप्स हुआ है, तो सिक्योरिटी किसके जिम्मे है?
सर हम सिक्योरिटी की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, प्लीज बात को टालिए मत। हम ये बात कर रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस
आप मुझे
का
बताइए,
एक मिनिस्टर
सरकार ने एक्सेप्ट
कह
किया
रहा
ना,
है कि कोई प्रोफाइलिंग नहीं
सरकार ने
हुई है।
एक्सेप्ट किया ना, सरकार ने एक्सेप्ट किया ना सिक्योरिटी लैब्स का।
अरे तो हम
अब
सबको
हाँ या
पता
ना?
है सिक्योरिटी लैब से कौन सी बड़ी बात है।
गुड, आप मुझे बताइए,
आप कौन सा
मुझे
इनसाइडर
बताइए,
पॉइंट निकाल के ला रहे हैं। सिक्योरिटी लैब से देयर इज नो डाउट, देयर इज अ मैसिव सिक्योरिटी लैब्स।
इंडियन ब्लॉक ने तो ये क्लियर कर दिया, हम इस मसले में सरकार के साथ है। तो बात तो रही नहीं, कौन क्या अपनी पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कहते, उससे तो लेना देना है ही नहीं।
कर्नाटका मिनिस्टर जो पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म पे बोलते हैं वो पर्सनल बात नहीं होती है। ये पर्सनल बात आप मणिशंकर अय्यर एंड द लाइक्स ऑफ सैम पिट्रोदा के लिए बोलते रहती है आपकी पार्टी, और लोग मान भी जाते हैं। आप उनको टोकन में कुछ ऐसे,
नाकामियों को आप बैकअप मत कीजिए। ये सरकार की नाकामी थी, ये होम मिनिस्टर की
कोई
नाकामी
सरकार की
थी, ये
नाकामी को
जम्मू
कवर नहीं
कश्मीर,
कर रहा है सर।
ये जम्मू कश्मीर में जो
सरकार
गवर्नर
खुद
बैठा
अपनी
है, उनकी
नाकामी को
नाकामी
कवर
है।
नहीं कर रही। आप जो आज
सिक्योरिटी
हमें
का
बता रहे
जिम्मा
हैं वो
उनका है।
सरकार ने ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग में
सिक्योरिटी का
खुद
जिम्मा उनका है।
ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज को बुला के
आप मुझे
बताया
बताइए,
है। आप मेरे
2000
सवाल का
से
जवाब दीजिए,
ज्यादा
क्या आप
टूरिस्ट
तिम्मापुर को
एक
कंडेम करते
प्लेस
हैं कि
पे
नहीं?
हो, ये हो सकता है कि वहां सिक्योरिटी क्यों
सर
नहीं
आप
रखी
मुझे ये
गई?
बताइए, आप क्या
क्यों?
तिम्मापुर को कंडेम
अगर
करते हैं?
स्ट्रॉन्ग इनपुट्स भी
Will you
थे
say
security
that
के,
Timmapur must be condemned?
बिल्कुल
Would you say he should
बिल्कुल।
apologize?
बिल्कुल, ये उनका पर्सनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, उनको माफी मांगनी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये तो जाहिर सी बात है, इसमें कोई अलग बात ही नहीं है कि वहां धर्म के नाम पे हुआ है। ये तो जाहिर सी, पूरा कश्मीर तो बंद इसी पे रहा। क्यों इन बेगुनाहों को मारा गया? हम तो कहते हैं कि ये तो इंसानियत का कत्ल है। हमने तो ये वाजे किया है कि कश्मीर पूरा बंद रहा। कश्मीर ने तो साबित किया कि ये इंसानियत का कत्ल हुआ है।
हाँ सर, बट वो इंसानियत इतना एक अम्ब्रेला
मगर
टर्म आ जाता है ना।
मगर आप इस
हिंदुओं
बात
का
को
कत्ल हुआ है ना।
बिल्कुल मैं आपके साथ हूं, बिल्कुल हुआ है, बिल्कुल हुआ है।
आप अगर मेरे
बिल्कुल हुआ
साथ
है।
हैं तो तिम्मापुर जी, जिनके अपने स्टेट से मंजुना राव की बीवी एक बार नहीं, दो बार नहीं, हर रोज आके बोल चुकी हैं कि उनके पति के साथ क्या हुआ। एंड फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स विल प्ले आउट वंस अगेन व्हाट पल्लवी हैज सेड ऑन मल्टीपल टाइम्स। बट कांग्रेस के नेता को वो नहीं समझ में आता है। लेट्स जस्ट प्ले इट आउट फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स वंस अगेन, इन केस लाइक तिम्मापुर देयर आर अदर्स हु हैवंट सीन इट, हु डोंट नो द फैक्ट्स ऑफ द मैटर.
Actually, it's like a nightmare. Even I can't believe that my husband is not there with me. Even still, I believe that it should be a bad dream. I should wake up from that dream. It shouldn't happen to any of the family. Actually, they were seeing who are by looking at our attires. They were distinguishing whether we are Hindus or Muslims, and exactly they were targeting by our bangles, our bindi, and with all those things they were distinguishing and they were targeting, and they were especially targeting only men, so that we ladies and our children should suffer.
Surbi, according to Mr. Timmapur, Pallavi is lying.
The unfortunate statement that has come from the excise minister here in Karnataka also echoes the same sentiment that the CM has also mentioned, saying that, look, we should look at the security apparatus, we should strengthen the security apparatus, but going to war or punishing Pakistan is not something that's required. If Ramappa Timmapur's statement is one-off and personal, the Congress should also listen to another person from its own party, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who has said that, yes, questions on accountability should be there, but right now we should be united in our stand to punish the perpetrators. Don't be selective to the Congress party. We know that you're always soft on terror. The Congress was soft on terror after 26/11. The Congress has been soft on terror and trying to deflect even today. But the fact that they are okay with such people making statements, the excise minister, the chief minister, making such irresponsible statements and trying to deflect and defame the people who have been through immense amount of grief and torture in the last couple of days, saying that, no, what you're saying is absolutely untrue. It's extremely concerning. It is also very, very visible that this is the instinct of the Congress, which is when you're posed with the question of national security, of retaliating in the name of the country's, the nation's dignity, they shrug behind vote bank politics. They shrug behind, don't say this, don't do that. Let's look at the reality. Let's look at the facts and fight back. Why is the Congress afraid?
No, they're afraid for reasons that they can best answer. But stay on with me. because Timmapur is not the first or the only leader from the Congress party to have downplayed the Pahalgam terror attack. Now, he is a minister, and yet we've heard our guest saying that what he said was his personal opinion, but this personal opinion defense and the plausible deniability clause has often been applied to another man. His name is Manishankar Iyer. He is known for his controversial comments, and this time around, he thinks that it is not the terrorists, it is not the terror apparatus in Pakistan, it is not the ISI, it is not Pakistan army and the masterminds sitting across the borders, but Partition that is to blame for what happened in Pahalgam. Listen in.
But the fact is that partition happened, and till today we are living with the consequences of that partition. Is this how we should be living? Is not the unresolved questions of partition reflected in the terrible tragedy that was enacted near Pahalgam on the 22nd of April?
अब लॉजिकली तो आबिद मीर गामी जी मुझे आपके पास आना चाहिए था, बट मुझे तो पहले से ही पता है आप बोलेंगे ये उनके भी पर्सनल कमेंट्स हैं. तो लेट मी आस्क सुशील पंडित, is there any which ways that you can find logic or rationale in what Manishankar Iyer is saying? He's not a newbie. He's an experienced person and a veteran.
Priya, you are unnecessarily trying to see or look for logic or rationale in what Manishankar Iyer says or has said ever. I must remind you, in 1962, he was a student at Cambridge University in UK. He was part of a leftist student group. When China attacked India, he was mobilizing funds for China. That is his history. This man is a vermin. And today he is speaking the language, he says these are unresolved issue of partition. This is exactly Pakistan's line that Kashmir is a leftover dispute from partition. Exactly the same. These are the unresolved issue of partition. This is what Pakistan says about Kashmir.
Yeah,
so what do? This man was found asking for ISI help to dislodge Modi. हमारी मदद कीजिए मोदी को हटाने में, in a Pakistan television program. That is his history. And this is not the only case. Remember what Robert Vadra said. This is how he rationalized. Robert Vadra said, because you have made minorities feel insecure in India, you should expect this kind of thing to happen in Pahalgam. This is your problem. This is what Anil Deshmukh, the Home Minister, former Home Minister of Maharashtra, said. I don't think that they must have asked for the religious identity. This is what even this Ramappa, Balappa, Timmapur says. You know, he is giving priority, he is giving precedence to his thought, his speculation over the evidence, over the lived experience of the widow. He says, I don't think they would have ascertained the religion or the faith of victims before shooting them. I don't think. And he says that it has been a case of intelligence failure. Yes, of course. But you know what three incidents he counts as intelligence failures? Kargil, Pulwama, and Pahalgam. He very cleverly omits 2008 Mumbai attacks. He very cleverly forgets 1993 serial blasts of Mumbai because they happened during Congress regime. So this is selective amnesia, and let me come to the reason why they behave so. They are addicted to Muslim vote bank. They need to be taken to a de-addiction center. Their mind, their rationale, their thinking is colored by, they see through the prism. If they achieve Muslim vote, they say the certain things. They pander to it. Even in the face of such gruesome tragedy, they do not lose sight of their vote bank politics. That is the crux of the matter.
Aditya Gupta, who do you believe? The testimonies coming in from crying, desperate, hapless families, or the thoughts of your ally in the INDIA bloc leader?
First of all, fact of the matter is that the videos we all have seen. That's the true story. They were identified or based on their religion, and then they were shot. The idea was not only to hit India with killing 28, 30 people, but the idea was to create such kind of divide which will lead to 1,000 more blunts to India. That was based on religious divide. They wanted to create a religious divide. People of Jammu and Kashmir and in the rest of the country have been wise enough to understand the nefarious designs of Pakistan and the terrorists who executed this massacre, those animals. And people have understood the fact that, see, we are not supposed to be divided. These things keep on happening. See, these leaders from one party or another party, they will keep on saying, see, you will not deny to the fact that Nishikant Dubey also said nonsense about Supreme Court order after it came out with regard to the governor's judgment. So these things keep on happening. I think we should not lose our focus, and as a country, we should stay united. And as a matter of fact, there are things which need to be addressed right now. One, how we take care of these perpetrators, how we find them, how we punish them. Number two, we look into our own accountability. See, accountability needs to be set up. This is a place where I have personally visited. See, this is a 1.5 hour trek. There was a tourist reception center which was cutting the tickets to our people to enter. 2,000 people sitting. There was not even a police picket. Wait a minute. Whenever I reach here, everyone stops me.
No.
These things are
I'm saying that there is no dispute in that. What you're saying is an established fact.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we want to find the perpetrators. That is the number one thing. But also we need to set the accountability on those, because there has been slackness. There has been slackness.
Of course.
Yes, and that slackness that slackness has to be taken care of.
Yes.
So that it has to be taken care of by the government itself on its own administrative side. They have to see where on the administrative point or at the time of any kind of intel.
And who's saying anything otherwise?
But if I say it, then what is wrong in that?
No, nobody is. I'm saying the point that we started on was that there is a concentrated effort to deny the fact that there was religious profiling, and it is clear as crystal that it is being done for political reasons. Do you agree or not?
I agree to the fact that, see, there was absolutely...
Now let me get to what Mehbooba Mufti has to say. Mehbooba Mufti today put out a tweet. We know that terrorist houses are being demolished. In fact, even as we speak, a 10th house of a terrorist has been demolished. But what Mehbooba Mufti has said, and let me quote it to you, let's distinguish between terrorists and civilians. Houses of common Kashmiris are being demolished. Which common Kashmiri's house has been demolished, sir?
Let's read it together. And appeal to the government to direct the authorities to take care that innocent people are not made to feel the brunt of alienation, aids the terrorists of the division. And there are...
The line just before that says, sir, there are reports of thousands being arrested and scores of houses of common Kashmiris being demolished along with... Where is this report? Which report? What data? The 10 names that I have right now, and I can read out all the names of people who have been whose houses have been demolished and their antecedents, sir.
There are only 10 people. These 10 houses are the only houses that have been demolished, and they are the only 10 houses. People living in this 10 houses are the only people who have been detained. You want to say it on record, ma'am? Please be my guest.
Sir, I am not saying anything. I am saying on record what Mehbooba Mufti has said, that there are records that scores of houses of innocent Kashmiris are being demolished.
And you have to train very carefully.
Adil Thokar, LET top commander. Asif Sheikh, JEM top commander. Ehsanul Sheikh, Murran Pulwama, involved in Pahalgam terror attack. Shahid Ahmed Kutte, LET. Zakir Ahmed, LET. Farooq Ahmed, Tedwa, Pakistan-based LET terrorist. House of active terrorist, Adnan Shafi, Amir Nazir, and Jamil Ahmed. All of them are active terrorists. And the last one, wait, the 10th name also, I'll give it to you, just in case you say I left out one. Adnan Shafi, another house of a terrorist. Which one of them are you saying is innocent Kashmiri, according to Mehbooba Mufti, your party chief?
Now let's see. There are reports of thousands being arrested, scores of houses of common Kashmiris being demolished, along with those of militants. So 10 are not denied. Who is denying that they are not militants? See.
So where is the evidence? What? Please, can you share the reports with us? No, we'll all be wiser.
then you should ask the same question when I mentioned about that there are certain things, discrepancies that took place on 22nd. There have to be accountability. Are you asking the government?
Sir, the government has called an all-party meeting and put on record the information that you are quoting back to me. I am saying that Mahbooba Mufti says all this, that innocent Kashmiris are being targeted. How is it not misleading? How is it not invoking and provoking?
So you want me to put the list of names? So
yes, please. Yes, please. If you have evidence, then everybody must know. No innocent must be targeted.
No. Yeah,
just like those 26 victims.
20. Yes, 26 victims are very important. That's why no question asked to the LG, no question asked to the DG, no question asked to the IG Kashmir. Did you ask once?
Sir,
you tell me.
Sir,
I'm a citizen.
All those questions are being asked very openly by you and other people, every citizen in this country, and the government is answering those questions. But my answer me,
is that question put to the Lieutenant Governor? That Home Minister cannot be going to every nook and corner. You were the Lieutenant Governor. You transfer these people 10 days, 15 days.
Sir,
back.
please don't deflect the line of questioning over here. Sheel Pandit, it is not just Mahbooba Mufti, it is the Srinagar MP Agarullah, who is once again saying that Kashmiris and Kashmiriyats, they are innocents that are being targeted. There is also Omar Abdullah, surprisingly, the Chief Minister. Wait, I don't want to misquote. Kashmir and Kashmiris are being given collective punishment. What collective punishment is being spoken about? There are terrorists who are being targeted. Nobody is saying that every single Kashmiri residing in the state is a terrorist. In fact, it is to protect their interests that it is all the more important to weed out such rotten apples. Then let me quote Omar Abdullah. Avoid misplaced action that alienates people. Who's taking misplaced action, Mr. Pandit?
Misplaced action is...
Yes, Priya. The problem here is they wish to conflate issues in order to give cover to their constituency. The problem here is when we are talking about people denying that there was a religious profiling of victims, you say there was an intelligence failure. You invent another issue. You bring another dimension to the conversation instead of addressing the problem. Is there a denial of religious profiling or not? Number two, intelligence failure, yes. Everyone is accepting there is an intelligence failure. We are going to check that. But saying that civilians, innocent civilians are being targeted is again giving cover fire. I'll give you an example. Was Burhan Wani an innocent civilian? This Mahbooba Mufti went to his house with a compensation check. That is their history. That's their track record.
Yes.
They are hand in glove with the insurgency. They are the soft separatists, overground, conducting the separatist politics.
Yes, unfortunately, sir, we've completely run out of time. But when it comes to asking questions, nobody is stopping anyone from asking questions, but you have to ask the right questions. You do not get to question the victims who have seen their loved ones being shot in front of their eyes. You don't get to question them. You don't get to doubt them. You don't get to say that they are lying. Yes, you have to ask the government. There have been lapses. Everybody must be hauled on coals. And government's own people are asking. Mohan Bhagwat is saying, Raja ka kaam hai praja ko defend karna, protect karna. Questions are being asked. They will be asked. They will be answered. Right questions is what must be asked, and to the right people. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. We take a very quick break.